filming this video again just because I like the lighting whilst driving up here. It's actually more patchy than it was a moment ago. A moment ago the lighting was really nice. I'm driving to a pub close to me where the last exhibition of the Movement in the Fields project will be shown, and I'm meeting with the woman who manages the pub today, so I'm nice and early. I'm not meeting her until about 20 minutes from now, and I'm almost there. I'm about 2 minutes away from where I'm going. It's always worth setting off early. You never want to be known as someone who gets to places late. I know it's a typical bit of advice you've always had all through your life, but I've tried to stick to that in my professional life, because one thing which people do appreciate is timekeeping, I suppose. I was trying to think of a better word, but timekeeping and consideration. So this is the pub where we are hoping to exhibit our work. We've been and met with the woman before. It was quite busy when we went in. Not packed out, as you can tell, but it was busy as far as the amount of workers who were there were really rushed off their feet with the amount of people they had to serve. So basically here I'm just scanning around, looking at the different walls where I could potentially hang work, and thinking about how it would be as an experience for farmers who are visiting. It's a lovely place. It's a really nice little village, and the people are very friendly. So I'd be keen to get some work up there to try to represent the local area and hope that people will enjoy it. Today, my image is from another one of my favourite films, and it is a horror film because we are barreling towards Halloween. So I've started to watch horror films, and there's a couple which I haven't seen before. Now, in a previous video, I mentioned that I wanted to do a drawing with my left hand and a drawing from imagination and a texture page. And all of these things now, I think I can do some kind of compromise of each of those while keeping up the horror theme. Maybe not from imagination, but I can do a drawing with my left hand and something reminiscent of a texture page, at least the technique. So I'm not so worried about compromising on the horror theme from this point on. I'd rather keep it consistent now that it's become a pattern that I've adjusted to. I think I just randomly did it 2 days ago. It just happened to be a point where I thought now is the time to kick into that spooky season. So today is The Thing. If you haven't seen The Thing, I won't spoil it for you. I think it's a fantastic film. I really love the acting in it and obviously the special effects. I say obviously, it's what it's famous for, is how well the special effects have been done. I don't think that they've aged poorly. I don't think it's dated now. I think it actually, if anything, looks more impressive because there's no computer generated imagery. There's no blue screen or green screen as we call it these days. But back then, I think it was a blue screen instead of a green screen. The point being is that it was all physical, practical effects. And that makes a hell of a difference to me and my experience in a film. I really appreciate when films are made with these types of skills and kind of special touches of something visceral, something which you can almost taste that is there. And The Thing is riddled with that. Now, I am talking about the original, not the original actually, because it's been remade twice. I'm talking about John Carpenter's The Thing, which is the one which I love. The original I haven't seen. It's a black and white film, and I haven't seen the remake because that type of thing doesn't really appeal to me that much. So I stick to the kind of 70s version, which is a bit more of my preference, really. And yeah, it's a really good film, really cool. I love the music. It's very minimal. And certain horror films and films of that era seem to be able to capitalize on very minimal but effective soundtracks, and that makes all the difference in the world to me. So that's another additional thing. Now, I did also watch Aliens today, but Aliens is a sci-fi action and not a horror, because yesterday I watched Alien and did a drawing from that film. So I watched Aliens today. But today's drawing is from The Thing, which I absolutely adore. And there were lots of images that I took screenshots from the film to think, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. There's a lot of classic images, and I tried to not go for anything too obvious, but for this image it's probably one of the more well-known scenes, and it's something which just stood out to me as a great challenge that I've never tried before. Just having someone on this angle and the camera looking down the arms of another person, and it just made it more appealing to me. I like drawing people anyway. Now, I did go a little bit basic on the finish and the fill, just blocking out certain areas with tone and not going super detailed, but you'll have to forgive me for that. It's been a bit of a busy day. I've also been working on a pastel painting today, which I won't feature in this video, and trying to work on another ink drawing that's going into a gallery tomorrow. So, and again, I won't bore you with that in this video. I'll just stick to the drawing which you're seeing. But it's been a busy day, which I always like. But there we are. That's what I've been doing. And aside from that, it's just nice to try and go out and consider and discuss the last exhibition of the year being in the pub. So that was something which also took time and attention from the drawing. Well, I wasn't expecting that, The woman at the pub said that it turns out that they've just got too busy. It's now the end of October, and she was busy when I saw her just now, and then she was saying how after this they're going to start with the Christmas decorations. Let me say that again. And after this they're going to start with the Christmas decorations, so it's too much for her to take on at the moment. She was very sweet and apologetic about it. I appreciated it. Oops, didn't you see that? I appreciated her being honest and considering our disappointment. It's understandable. We're now thinking about January or February for a time to exhibit. So that is what it is. Not the worst thing in the world. I'm just going to make a quick trip to go and pick up a gift, and then I'm going to consciously look around for potential venues for the exhibition instead of the pub which I've just visited, because there could be another other place. Oh, look at that, wow, lovely. So that's that.